I hope you've had a good Christmas. Where were we last time? Oh, before I just show you that. Little indulgence at Christmas time. Right, so check out the knives I got for Christmas off of one of my daughters. Very nice. I was using, up to now, I've just been using that, which is a bit on the basic side. So now we can put the box of fancy knives. Right, last time we lifted it off the plan, and what we'd done was placed all of the formers along the side and the battery box in. I've also added on a little stiffener there and a little extra piece in there which is not on the plan, but it's just the bits that I want to roll the bits of wood up to. The chine rails on and the hardwood where the struts would go into, but apart from that all I've done is skinned this part of the fuselage, hence all of the pins, which we can lift out now. Let's take those out. Incidentally, up to now, the woods I've used has just been 1/8 balsa, 1/16 balsa and 1/4 balsa and the light ply. So you don't have to have a huge amount of materials here, you just need a few sheets of each. Right, so as you can see, I've also got these things in here which are the snakes which connect the servos onto the flaps, which will be the rudder and the elevator. Make sure you put these in now, because if you don't, after you skin this you'll never get them in. But we'll discuss this part afterwards. Just make sure they're bent over, which is what that's there for, because the elevator snake has to bend up the way and go inside of the tail. But as I say, we'll go over that later. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to place on this last skin here, halfway down, and then the rest of it will be in the light ply. I'm not going to do the middle bit yet, mainly because I'm not really sure how that's going to go yet, because there's the middle part to go in. So I'll probably place that in and then rub everything down smooth to match up to it. Right, so you take a piece of wood, you measure it out for the right length, which goes all the way up to that former and to the back former. And you bend it round, you mark it off with a pencil back and front, and then you take one of your new knives and chop it through. Right, also make sure you get the grain of the wood so it will actually bend round, or obviously the other way it'll snap. Take the glue, just put a little bit around all the parts it's going to stick to, along the top of the spine. Remember, the spine along the top was half size because we were making the plane in 2 halves. The top of the spine is meant to be 1/4, so I made it in 1/8, so there's another strip of 1/8 to go along there, which I've already done. Just put the glue along all of the formers and along the stiffener. Like that. Get your box of pins, extremely handy. Box of pins. Start at the top edge and just pin the thing in place so it can't lift. And it goes straight through the skinning piece of balsa into the spine, it just holds it down. just wrap it round like that and pop them in the bottom. But you can see how if you didn't get those snakes in beforehand, you'd never get them in. There is going to be little spaces between the wood, but I wouldn't be too concerned about that because you can use a little bit of light wood filler, which I've got here, which is extremely light. I mean, that must be, I don't know, a 1/16 of the weight of cement. You only need a tiny amount of it. And pretty much straight away start to see how the whole plane will start to look when it's skinned. Right, so that's it there. As you look along it, you can see how you start to get that nice curve in there, which will then be sanded down. In from the bottom, all of this will be the light ply, which is a little harder to bend around, especially around that piece there, because it's a little bit of an S shape. But it is manageable, because I managed it there. See there? That little kind of compound curve in there. Right, that's pretty much it again. Once that's dry, I'll be adding on the rest of the planking, and that's when I'll get back to you, when all of this is planked over. Okay, cheers.